Alright everyone, I am back to actually give you my first Raw review of the year. This is the first Raw of the year, hence, first Raw review of the year. And I actually did make a New Year's resolution that I would try not to miss one Raw review. It is going to be kind of difficult because I am going to be starting school this month. Well, yeah, this month. So that's going to be a little bit difficult, but I'm going to guarantee you that I will not miss one Raw review. I will do the best that I can, and I'm going to make sure that every Raw review you get will be one of the best Raw reviews you've ever seen in your life, in the history of YouTube. Every Raw review is going to be thorough. Every Raw review is going to be me giving you my honest thoughts, fully detailed, so I guarantee you that these are going to be some of the greatest Raw reviews you've ever seen. So let's just kick it off. This Raw happened on January 5th, 2015, and on commentary tonight we had JBL, Michael Cole, and Booker T. The reason why there was no Jerry the King Lawler was because he has diverticulitis, or the illness that Brock Lesnar had that made him had to leave the UFC. He has that illness right now, so he's hospitalized. I hope he pulls through this, and well, I mean, it's not like he's going to die from it, but I hope he feels better and is back working. I don't really know when we're going to see Jerry the King Lawler back on Raw, but I don't expect him. But I like I like Booker T on commentary, and I like JBL together on commentary, so I think that's awesome that they get to work together. And it kicks off with all the superstars in the ring, and John Cena's there, and he's pretty disappointed. He's like, tonight the Authority's back in power, and he says that he never would bring back the Authority, and this is the only time he ever had to go back on his word, because Seth Rollins would have permanently injured Edge, who was a father and a children and one of his good friends, so he had to go back on the word for the well-being of Edge. And then he guarantees you that 2015 I think is going to be like an awful year for anybody. And then the Authority come out, Triple H and Stephanie McMahon. They're all happy that they're back in power. They're happy that they're having a happy New Year's. And they all thank John Cena for it. They even say that we told you guys would be begging us for come back, and deep down you won't admit it, but you were begging for us to come back. And they talk about how Stin, that freak in the face paint, Stin tried to get him out of power, but it didn't work long enough. So then they bring out Seth Rollins, and Seth Rollins says, and Triple H and the Authority thanks Seth Rollins for bringing them back, and they grant him, they put him in the WWE World Heavyweight Championship at the Royal Rumble, so now it's going to be a triple threat match. Brock Lesnar will now defend his WWE World Heavyweight Championship against John Cena and Seth Rollins. I think that makes sense, maybe because now you can build up the match without having Lesnar there, so I think that works fine. And tonight, they announced tonight too that they're going to have a John Cena appreciation night, and this is obviously just to thank him for John Cena for bringing them back to power. And then they also say that you guys can earn your keep, and you will always get what's coming to you. So that sounds like it's not going to be a good thing. And now they make Dolph Ziggler defend his Intercontinental Championship against Bad News Barrett, since he never lost the title because he had to give it up due to an injury. And the match was actually, so we get that match, and the match was going pretty well, but then Dolph Ziggler randomly just rolled him up for the win. And I was just like, why this has happened? I wasn't going to come trash this. And then afterwards, Bad News Barrett beats the crap out of Dolph Ziggler. He throws him shoulder first into the barricade, I think like 3 times. Shoulder first into the steel steps, shoulder first into the barricade again, throws him shoulder first into the steel post, throws him into the apron, and throws him shoulder first into like the turnbuckle. And after he has injured Kane, and now he's back to corporate Kane, he's the director of operations again, and he says, I just remembered this match was supposed to be a 2 out of 3 falls match. What a coincidence he would say that after Dolph Ziggler just got beat down. So we get so he makes the referee win the bell, and Bad News Barrett hits a big boot on the waistland and gets the second fall. And then he hits the waistland again and tries to cover him. Ziggler kicks out. He hits the big boot that he hits when the opponent's in the middle of the ropes. Ziggler kicks out of that. And then Ziggler hits a Famouser and a super kick, and Bad News Barrett kicks out of both of them. Corporate Kane, who was out the side watching, eventually comes on the apron. Ziggler super kicks him. And then Bad News Barrett hits the Bullhammer elbow for the win and becomes the new Intercontinental Champion. So you can pretty much see where everything was going. Dolph Ziggler pretty much got punished for joining Team Cena at Survivor Series. And, he got punished. So Bad News Barrett became the new Intercontinental Champion, and I was fine with this. I'm actually glad to see Bad News Barrett getting a push. Clearly, he's going to be a heel. I wasn't really sure, but he's going to be a heel, I guess. It was kind of weird. He was acting face last week, but this week he was a heel, so I expect him to be full-blown heel just by the way he won the IC title, and I think he's going to get natural heel heat because of the way he won the IC title, so I thought this was fine. Alright, so next, throughout the night they play clips about John Cena's career since it's going to be, his John Cena Appreciation Night, and it showed his debut at SmackDown when he had his match with Kurt Angle. And it happened on SmackDown, June 27th, 2002. And then Roman Reigns gets interviewed, and he says what can you expect from Big Show tonight? He's just a big giant. You don't really know what you're going to get from Roman Reigns. You're just going to get Roman Reigns. Thought it was a decent promo. Roman Reigns isn't the best at cutting promos, so it's kind of tough for him. And then Bray Wyatt's backstage, and he says that tonight Dean Ambrose and him are going to put each other through hell. He asked Dean Ambrose what his New Year's resolution is, if he's going to visit his dad that's in prison. And then, I forget, I think he says that, they say that the devil is just a guy with horns and a tail, but the devil's also about pain and torture, and the devil's standing right next to me. I thought actually this was a pretty well done promo. And then, we get the Ascension, which is Connor and Victor, and they face two jobbers. Before they face them, though, they say that the people say that they remind them of Demolition, Axe, and Smash, and they say that they would destroy them, and they said that they also remind them of the Road Warriors, and they said that they would throw them off the road, and then they say that this is Victor and Connor, the Ascension, and they also call the Road Warriors a joke, because they say, oh, what a rush, and then they say, oh, what a joke. And then they beat the two jobbers, though, with a Fallen Man. I've seen all that stuff on NXT before. I understand you got to establish them, but it's just nothing new I've really seen. They did this all. They used to swash random jobbers on NXT anyway, so it's nothing new. Then Rusev and Lana cut a promo because I guess sometime this week Russia's gonna have their Christmas, and they talk about how America has to stay out of it, like they have to stay out of everything because America doesn't know when to keep their nose out of people's business, which is true. I mean, that's a true fact. And they say that Vladimir Putin, if he was like the leader of the world, he would, the world would be a better place. That's all they really do. Then we get Roman Reigns versus Big Show. I was surprised this match happened this early, but it did. Big Show pretty much destroys Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns fights back, and he went and pretty much Big Show hits him off the skull with the steel steps, causing Roman Reigns to win by DQ. And then Big Show's going to hit him off the head with the steps again, and then Roman Reigns spears him when the steps lands on Big Show. The next time they have a match, I expect Roman Reigns to get a pinfall victory over Big Show, and I expect it to be a no-holds-barred match or something like that, since Roman Reigns has been winning by count-out and disqualification. And I wanted to mention something else. Oh yeah, Big Show, the guy that betrayed Team Cena so he could, get some, and help the Authority almost win. He got he didn't get anything. He got no reward, no treatment, special treatment, nothing. And he also helped bring the Authority back to power too, because Big Show forced Edge's head down so Seth Rollins could get him in that position. I mean, yeah, J&J Security, Jamie Noble, and Joey Mercury could have done it, but Big Show's the one that did it, so I don't know why Big Show didn't get any awards out of it. I thought this was weird. And then it shows John Cena winning his first WWE Championship at WrestleMania 21 on April 3rd, 2015. And JBL said, I didn't like that clip. They should have played a different clip because JBL was the guy that John Cena beat. And if you want to check out my review of that match, it's on You can check out the Greatest Superstars of WrestleMania review. I reviewed that DVD, and I believe that match was on there. And then we get Nikki Bella with Brie Bella versus Natalya. Paige comes out to be in Natalya's corner because they have like a friendship from Total Divas. I did watch a clip of when Paige was on it. She kind of seems like she was kind of flirting with Natalya because everyone says that Paige is bisexual. I actually kind of believe that she could be because of the way she was kind of acting when she was talking to Natalya. But Paige and Brie Bella are going at it, and Paige throws Brie Bella into the barricade, and then Natalya rolls up Nikki Bella that she could have kicked out of. I'm not going to lie, Nikki Bella totally could have kicked out of that roll-up, but she didn't. And gets the win, so I expect that the Royal Rumble we get Natalya versus Nikki Bella for the Divas title. And then we get Dean Ambrose backstage, and he says that he doesn't have a New Year's resolution. He has the same weight. You know, he's fine with who he is as a human being, and he says he's going to destroy Bray Wyatt tonight, and I don't really remember anything else he says. Then we get Eric Rowan versus Luke Harper, and we get J&J Security as the special guest referees. We got 2 special guest referees tonight, and yeah, I thought this was kind of dumb because it was predictable, so that's why I didn't really like it. When Eric Rowan tries to get a pinfall, the security argues about who's going to make the count. And then eventually when Luke Harper just hits a clothesline on him, Jamie Noble does a fast count on Eric Rowan, costing the match. Afterwards, the security attacks Eric Rowan. He's fighting him off. Luke Harper hits a clothesline, and then he holds Eric Rowan hostage, and the security hit a double drop kick on him. So Eric Rowan, by the way, you could tell was on Team Cena as well. Then it shows a clip of when John Cena got drafted to Raw on June 5th, 2005. And then Naomi was backstage, and Alicia Fox comes up and says, hey, I know we're facing each other tonight, but hope this doesn't ruin our friendship because I really like you. You were my friend. And she's like, no, it doesn't ruin it. And then Alicia Fox makes some remark like, oh, didn't they take you off Total Divas to put me on it? And then Naomi's like, yeah, but I'm fine with it because now I can focus on my career. And Alicia Fox like, oh, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that. I didn't want to hurt your feelings. I wanted to hurt you. She smacks her in the stomach, bounces her off the head of a table a couple of times, and like sprays some powder makeup on her. This probably won't mean anything. They could make a feud out of this, but they won't. I think it's stupid, by the way, how Paige is on Total Divas, because I think Paige's career would be better off without being on it. I think Paige's career is going to go right down the toilet. Then we got Dean Ambrose versus Bray Wyatt in the ambulance match. This match actually was pretty good. I thought the other matches they had were a little bit better, but this match was good. It stopped Dean Ambrose and Bray Wyatt just brawl. He throws Bray Wyatt over the announce table. He jumps off the announce table, hits a fist on him, and they fight in the crowd towards the ambulance because you have to put him in the ambulance to win. And Dean Ambrose jumps out of the ambulance, and then he grabs 2 tables that are like white, that are white, and it has like a red cross on it, out of the ambulance. And then and I think he sets it up like he's gonna use it, but then eventually Bray Wyatt slams the door onto Dean Ambrose's knee, and oh, let me get rid of that. Then he throws him. He throws him on the stage. Chop blocks his knee on the stage, and he goes on the ramp. There was like a stretcher right inside, and Bray Wyatt pushes it into Dean Ambrose's knee. They fight back in the ring. Bray Wyatt pretty much dominates him for a while, and then eventually Dean Ambrose starts to come back, but Bray Wyatt tries to go for Sister Abigail. Dean Ambrose counters with fists and fights with Bray Wyatt some more. And Bray Wyatt tries to throw eventually Dean Ambrose, throws Dean Ambrose on the stage. He rams him back first into the stage, and he tries to put him in the ambulance, and then Ambrose throws a chair at him, and jumps out of the ambulance. And then Bray Wyatt, I think, had set up a table like he was going to use it on her, but Ambrose went off the stage and dove on Bray Wyatt, and puts him on the table, and goes off the ambulance and does an elbow through the table. I thought that was awesome. And then Dean Ambrose tries to pick him up, And he's going to put him in the ambulance, and then Bray Wyatt hits the Sister Abigail into the ambulance. I thought that was awesome. Tries to put him in the ambulance. Ambrose fights out of it. Then Ambrose hits a Sister Abigail. Hits a Sister Abigail on the floor. Puts him in the ambulance. And gets the win. I thought that was good. I don't really know what each Dean Ambrose is going to go from here, but Bray Wyatt I expect to go far. But we'll see. It made sense. I think that Bray Wyatt won because I think if Dean Ambrose won, they'd be even 2-2 apiece. So, I mean, I guess you don't really want to go by that, but if you want to go by that way. So then we got Jimmy and Jay, the Usos, and Naomi versus The Miz, Damien Mizdow, and Alicia Fox. Pretty much the whole match is just The Miz wrestling both Usos, and the stunt doubles doing all of The Miz's moves, which I thought was awesome. And one of the Usos is fighting with Miz, and he goes to attack, thinking he's going to attack Damien Mizdow, but he almost attacks Naomi. I believe it was probably Jimmy. And Miz rolls him up, gets the win. Thought it was kind of a lame finish. Then we get Ryback versus Seth Rollins with J&J Security. Corporate Kane comes out and says, "Oh, I'm just having a bad memory tonight. This is actually a handicap match." So we get the handicap match. Ryback is pretty much just trying to fight everybody off, and he's doing a good job of it. And eventually, he hits the shell shock on Kane, and Rollins hits the 2 curve stomps on him and pins him for the win. And well, numbers game caught up with Ryback. I was actually shocked Ryback lost fairly. I wasn't expecting it. Adam Rose versus Big E with Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston. At first, this match was a joke. I wasn't paying much attention, and then I saw one of the Rosebuds that stands outside ringside with Adam Rose jumped in the ring, and it started attacking the New Day because that's the group with Big E, Xavier Woods, and Kofi Kingston. And they just lay out the New Day. The Rosebuds go off, and one of them hits a powerbomb into a blockbuster neckbreaker. And we find out it's Cesaro and Tyson Kidd. I hope they don't put Cesaro in the Rosebuds. This group maybe could be effective between Adam Rose, Tyson Kidd, and Cesaro, but I hope it's just kind of a one-time thing. This happened. They're not going to add him to the Rosebuds because, like I said, Cesaro is being used like such a joke that it is a joke that this should not be happening. Then we got John Cena Appreciation Night, and Triple H and Stephanie McMahon are pretty much kissing up to him, saying, oh, you know, they appreciate him putting back the authority because he knows what's best for business. And, yeah, pretty much all that. And then he says, we have people that are going to come out here and share your appreciation. They bring out the members of Team Cena, Ryback, Eric Rowan, and Dolph Ziggler. Obviously, Big Show doesn't come out because nothing's going to happen. He's not going to get punished. And Triple H says that they have to punish these guys. You knew you were going to get punished if you joined up with Cena. But since we lost, since we lost and we were out of power, it didn't happen. But then Cena threw all that hard work away, and now you have to get punished. So he's like, oh, we could possibly give you guys like a certain amount of days of no pay. Like they were going to give Eric Rowan 30, Ryback 60, Dolph Ziggler 90. But it doesn't happen like that. They walk up the ramp, and they all get fired. Eric Rowan, Ryback, and Dolph Ziggler get fired. And he said, don't thank us, thank John Cena for bringing us back to power. And then afterwards, like they have an appreciation night for John Cena. They play some like kind of like governmental music, and they have confetti and balloons fall down, and everyone's depressed, and it's kind of sad. I was actually shocked that they got fired because Ryback was feuding with Rusev, and that feud's probably not going to happen now. You know, maybe they want to go in a new direction or something, but I don't know. But I do think that they will be back at the Royal Rumble. I think somehow one of them will enter. I can see Ryback, Ziggler, and Rowan entering. Maybe at WrestleMania what you can do is you can have some members of Team Authority, like Corporate Kane, Seth Rollins, and Big Show. I'm just throwing that out there as an example. Versus Rowan, Ryback, and Ziggler. And you can do the same storyline you did with Cody Rhodes and Goldust when they lost their jobs. And you could have Rowan, Ziggler, and Ryback. If they win, they get their jobs back. But I think they probably will be back by the Rumble. And yeah, that was Raw this week. I actually didn't think it was a bad show. All the heels, I think, went over, except for the Divas match. But all the heels went over, which doesn't happen often. Usually the faces are going over. But the faces feel like they actually have something to overcome again. And I thought that was awesome. I didn't mind the match between Ziggler and Bad News. None of the matches, I guess, were great, but the storytelling was fine. So I thought it was good in that aspect. And now that the Authority's back, I think there's going to be some major odds to overcome. And yeah, that's my Raw review this week. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and subscribe to my sister's channel and all my other channels down in the description box. So that's pretty much it, guys. See you later.